Welcome back to Legendary Metal Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we are finally tackling one of the most important things to achieve in all of Fallout 4. Now, as you can see here, we have a missing component for our Recruitment Beacon. When you toggle the magnifying glass on with L1, it will actually show you whenever you find that component looting through junk. Now, let's go ahead and use our level up to level strength up so we can carry more junk. And let's go ahead and head our way to Concord. We said we'd be back here, and let's go ahead and just showcase the main areas that we're interested in. And that's going to be this house here, which is a perfect first base to use. So as you can see here is pitch dark. That is not to help us when we're trying to explore things. So let's go ahead, shine some light on the situation. And now you can see there are cap stashes just thrown everywhere. This is why Dog Meat's ability to find items is just so crucial. Go ahead and give him the stuff that's keeping us overweight. And up here beside a chem box is going to be a mattress we can use to sleep till morning. And now that it's morning, let's go ahead back downstairs. And there are a few different places of interest in Concord we want to make sure we get. This house with the blue truck right beside it, if we go in here, there's going to be a few more items. More specifically, a safe on the floor that we can get into. And again, just 30, 60, 90, go to your different degrees if it's novice. Just do smaller angles if it's anything greater than novice. Go ahead and loot all of our items that we see here. Every bit of it can be scrapped for junk in our workstation. And we are about to absolutely supercharge our workstation with the Recruitment Beacon, because we'll finally be able to make use of the local leader perk, literally the quintessential perk you must have when playing this game, if you value your time and if you value your sanity. So let's go ahead over to this side of town. As you can see, we're on the outskirts, and if we go just to the left of the Museum of Freedom, we are going to find quite a unique place. This one is going to be called the Workhouse, and it's going to be designated by the lantern that's on the ground here. Go ahead, head inside, and again, there's just going to be some junk that we can take full advantage of inside. As you can see here, this work area is just completely demolished as the roof caved in. Better safe than sorry, and don't think their construction hats saved them from all of that. So let's go ahead, head on up through the building, because there's a very unique scene that we can find. A little bit of an Easter egg up top. Now, I'm not entirely positive the movie reference here. Bethesda is very good about putting references in all of their different locations. As you can see here, literally every nook and cranny of this place, there's going to be something you can go for. Just make sure to kind of jungle gym around the workhouse, just to load up on all the loot the further you head up. And once you get up here, we can see even more platforming, which we are all very well accustomed to. And there's a person who held out as long as they could. Let's go ahead and take the items, take everything in the duffel bag. Again, this game rewards you for exploring. Literally, you will never think there's any reason to go to some of these places. Just go to them anyway, because you would be absolutely surprised by what you find. So go ahead all the way up this time. One more floor. As you can see here, we have quite the scene going on here. Right over a safe, too. They were literally involved in Mortal Kombat right before the bombs fell. So, we'll never know what that was over. We will never know what was going on or what the purpose was, but I have a feeling it has to do with that safe that's locked behind them. And unfortunately, right now, it's an advanced lock, so we can't get into it. So instead, this at the moment is about all we can achieve. As you can see here, just keep jungle gymming around. You can drop down, go as far as you need to, and also there is a door at the very top which will lead you to the roof. So you can go out the back of the building, or you can come out on top and just jump to a completely different building. The choices are endless. It's a neat little area. But just know, to get everything that's truly here, you'll either have to have a human companion that you can get to lockpick that safe, or just come here with advanced lockpicking. So, now that we're topside, you can see this is a great place to capture screenshots. It's also a great place if this area ever had enemies coming after you. You could come up here and snipe them, and there's really not much they can do. Very hard for them to retaliate when we're up here, and it just showcases how beautiful this area is. And now, back down the streets below, we have another area we want to get to. This is on your way to Museum of Freedom. It's also to have a lantern. This is the Concord Speakeasy. And this is where everything starts turning chilling, because this is literally a group of people who were quite ready for the end to come.
No way.
And that is quite the unsettling piece of this area. There is a ton of stuff to loot. As you can see here, we do need that advanced lockpicking, which we don't have yet. When we get another level up, we'll probably do that. That way we can do advanced lockpicking and hacking both. Usually it's something I leave until later in the game, but just because of how we're progressing through here, we may want to go ahead and pick that up sooner than later. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and just look at the state of this. They were prepared for absolute calamity, and it's a very jarring scene. And I don't know if there's a movie reference here. If there is, I'm not sure. But you can see they're all by the radio here, just kind of waiting for the end to come. It is definitely a higher society that they were involved in, as you can see there, with paintings on the wall. But this area holds a lot of dark secrets if you keep moving within. Besides the fact that everyone is liquored up and cigars and smokes at the ready. Let's head down into the basement. As you can see down here, we've got a chair, which may have been used for interrogation, considering there's potentially a food bucket. And the fridge has been emptied, but there are plenty of tools still here. But you notice what those tools were: duct tape and scissors. So, definitely get a nefarious vibe from this place, that people did not want to end up in the basement. So let's instead go ahead and head upstairs, and we're going to see that things weren't much better up here either. So, go ahead and collect all the goodies, your ashtrays, everything else, as we work our way around the balcony. And here is something. Besides the fact that, to me, this just screams condemned criminal origins and the creepy mannequins, you will notice these same creepy mannequins almost acting sentient-like all throughout Fallout 4. In this case, they cornered the person in the bathroom. Obviously, the mannequins are not alive. Maybe at some point they were. Who knows? That's the real mystery. But one thing is for sure, it could have been a staged killing from this person right here, who was tripping out on Excel, which is one of the strongest chems in the game. So you were probably the perpetrator. I'm just saying that because you got your happy ending with the mannequin. And just like that, let's go ahead and get everything out of this area before we end up getting roped into their absolute nonsense. I mean, at this point, you're just expecting a mannequin to be right behind you as you turn around. Luckily, there's not. So let's keep really going and continue on through the Concord Speakeasy. As you can see here, that's again too difficult for us to lockpick. And if we go in the other room, this one much more conventional, as the ceiling kind of caved in here. And we can see not a whole lot, but the things it does have are quite important, like the globe and the chemicals. And as you can see here, we do have an escape to the roof. And this is their little balcony space up here. And of course, you can just jump right out. You don't have to go back through the speakeasy, but we will, just to be proper about it. I don't think Nate would appreciate too much if we just broke our legs on the way out of here. So, let's go ahead, say goodbye to the Concord Speakeasy. It's been fun, guys, but y'all have been gone for a while, and I'm not a fan of just sitting around looking at bones. So at this point, we've got everything we can get. We definitely have to come back here once we have better lockpicking. And as you can see here, it does have a back way out. So let's head out here. And that leads us to our final point of interest in this area. On the way there, let's go ahead and laugh at whoever used the Pulowski shelter. They were basically your discount or budget vaults. And let's just say, spoiler warning, anyone who has used them has not come out the same. Back down by a road, and this will get us to another building of interest, and this is going to be the one over by the construction site. So if we head in here, we've got, as you can see here, chem boxes again, and even more important items to loot, as there's going to be a locked trunk, I believe, upstairs. So go ahead, this is again another very good base to take early on. As you can see, the raider that was here is no longer using the place, so we will take full advantage. And right here is the locked dresser we can go ahead and get in. Again, this loot is mainly randomized, that way it can be better when you're at higher levels coming through here. So for us, it's just a matter of getting the things we need initially for Sanctuary and to set up the local leader perk. Again, once you have that perk, everything in the game just becomes so much easier. As you can see here, after quite a few trials and errors, let's go ahead and move on from our final house of interest here as we take the caps, get the Nuka-Cola, and we are out of here. Alright, so next up is the mainstay of this entire area, and that's going to be the Museum of Freedom itself. Again, this is where we went to rescue Preston Garvey and the entire group to start our Sanctuary settlement, and to also kickstart the Minutemen quest line. So, as you can see, there are quite a few things we've not gotten to while we were here, including a magazine and holotapes. They're going to be crucial toward getting our 100% completion. So at this point, go ahead and bypass the battlefield. You can listen to it if you want to, but we are moving on. We have ourselves a Perk Magazine, a Holotape Game, and a holotape to get to. So, let's not waste any more time. Head on up. As you can see here, there are literally items just plastered all over the place for us to take advantage of. So, as you can see, this is how we get on the back side of those,
no way.
what do you call them? Those, admission center areas. And again, you can lockpick that if you have good enough skill. But over here is plenty of ammo, which is going to be crucial. And now, as we go ahead, let's work our way down, just to make sure we got everything down here. Because again, tools, wonder glue, all that stuff is absolutely essential. Especially any kind of glues you find, because adhesive, we literally need to make a farm for, because you can never have enough. So, let's go ahead and struggle our way to the top here. Dog meat, if you could kindly come along, we could kindly drop a few things off for you. Would like to avoid just throwing it on the ground, but might have to do that. Make our way up top. I don't know what the heck Dog Meat did. He must have fell off the balcony, got lost, oh, there he is. Yeah, thanks, Dog Meat. Could you take a few things for me? I kinda can't move. Alright, I'd like you to take it all, but I know you won't. I mean, you have 4 legs, you don't even have a backpack. God only knows where you're keeping the stuff, but somehow we can't weigh you down too much. And just like that, we can move. Thank goodness. As we go ahead, make our way past the mural and on our way back to where we originally met Preston and all the gang. As you can see, there's just plenty of ammo in this area, plenty of good settlement build items. But again, let's keep in mind why we're doing this in the first place. Our whole goal in all of this is making a recruitment beacon, which takes very specific items, especially some that are not all that common. So we absolutely want to take advantage of everything we can possibly get, because once we get that recruitment beacon, everything in our entire gameplay is going to change. So as you can see here, we've made it all the way back to the top. Nothing else to explore here other than where we've been. Just go ahead and raid all the lockers, all the dressers, you name it. You can see the items literally just scattered everywhere. And like you see, they're toolboxes. They're actually essential items. So just like that, we are pretty much done with this. Again, back where we ended up meeting Sturgis, Preston, and the gang, that is going to be where our holotape and where our Perk Magazine and our Holotape Game are going to be. They're actually a 2-for-1 deal, and they're sitting right here beside the computer. As you can see right here, Robco Fun, it includes the free Holotape Game. So that gave us one of each, and now you can actually use the computer terminal. Again, anytime you get to hack or lockpick, make sure to do it, just to take advantage of that extra experience. And like always, go ahead and remove our duds just by finding any closed pairs. Like you can see there, a lot of times it's just easier to just quickly scroll through everything and it'll automatically latch on to the pairs. And just like that, we've got one there. You just want to get it limited down about 2 or 3 times. That should be between about 2 or 3 words. Should have no problem at all. So let's go ahead with Dunes. I have a feeling that's going to be our one because the others don't look anything like it. So it's either going to be Dunes or it's going to be Offer. Nope, got the E at the end. So it's probably Dunes. Alright, let's go back up top. Are we right? Is it the Dune? Yes, it is. Alright, as you can see here, you can unlock the security gate from here. So, if you didn't hack the terminal down below, you could have hacked the terminal up here to get that security gate unlocked to get the fusion core for the power armor. And just like that, this area is pretty much ransacked. Let's go ahead and make our way back to the roof because that is where our other holotape is. So we got the magazine, we got the holotape game, which there's only like 6 or 7 of in the entire game. And then we are going to get our actual holotape on the roof. It's right beside the crashed vertibird. As you can see here, just taking everything as we go. Alright, see you, Museum of Freedom. You've been fun, but we're about to do some platforming madness. So, go ahead to get the hammer. There is our holotape. And now that we've got all that, we've got all the essential things that this area is going to give us. At this point, we can fast travel back, but I'm going to show you that you can also platform your way back. If you wanted to be more pragmatic with it, if you were on survival mode and can't fast travel, there is an option to get back down the quick expressway. All you have to do is jump on top of the vertibird after we get done ogling at the amazing scenery from up here. So just like you can see there, the vertibird, even though it's crashed into this building, will actually connect us close enough that we can get onto the church. So get on the vertibird, ride it all the way out, and just like you can see, this is the freedom of Fallout 4. If you see it, you can get there. That's pretty much how it works. Very few places are you shown that you can't get to. And again, if you can't fast travel, just hop up here, and just like that, you can go back down in the church, which didn't really have anything interesting. So let's go ahead and head our way back to Sanctuary. Now that we have all the junk put up, you can see now we can finally make a recruitment radio beacon. And this is what everything comes down to. When you get a settlement, get one of these put up immediately, because this is what draws people to your community. Right now, all we have is Preston Garvey's gang. They're all named characters. There's only so much you can assign them to. So let's go ahead and put our beacon loud and proud right up top there. As you can see, we can't connect the generator to it, but what we can connect is going to be the actual power pylon. So let's go ahead, put that in, And once it's connected, you'll see it turns green, and we get the notification that there's a new radio station. And that's what will happen. It will be a radio station basically advertising for people to come there. So let's switch to morning, and now you can see how to use the most broken power in the game. So enter workshop mode and go to R1, which is supply line. We are to send this person to a Red Rocket truck stop. Once that's done, you'll see they have a Brahmin image by them saying assigned. What this means is that person's basically invincible. They can't be killed because they just run between the two settlements. And what ends up happening is if we put items in the workshop at the Red Rocket truck stop, they can be used here and vice versa. Now let's do the same thing with this other unnamed settler. Again, they can't have a name. Send them to Abernathy Farm. And I'm going to show you how you can verify what your supply lines are doing. In here, in the Pip-Boy L1 to go to supply lines, as you can see, Abernathy Farms and Red Rocket Truck Stop are now both connected to Sanctuary. Meaning, if we put items in any of those locations, it will be used at any of those locations. For instance, we can put an item in our workshop at Sanctuary and be able to use it at Abernathy Farms. So that is what is so crucial, so that you don't have to travel all over God's green earth. You can just go to your closest settlement, stuff your junk in there, and be able to use it at any settlement you want to. This is crucial. As you can see there, Preston Garvey doing what he does best, giving us another random mission. If you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist, like